SpecStory, as we've been building Stoa, we use kind of like trunk-based development. What that sometimes does is it ends up creating fairly large pull requests. And one of the things that we do, we gather up a running summary of all the changes that are happening. Part of generating this is being able to use the full chat transcript and therefore our intent in order to form this type of PR description. One thing we're going to look at in today's maker meeting is a way to get those spec story histories compressed down a little bit more. I'll work with Sean Johnson, CTO of Spec Story, my co-founder, and we'll go through and prototype ways that we might make a compressed version of Spec Story histories. Hey, Sean.
Hey.
All right. Some of what we're talking about doing now is similar to what the UI in Cloud already does. Part of what we're trying to do is recreate a pure markdown version of that pull request to something else. We can feed in just the core context.
I think defining what that core context is will be interesting, right? So the agent might say, hey, we could do A, B, or C, which sounds best to you. The human responds with B. If all we were capturing was human messages, it's not sufficient. So
it's like a lossy compression if we do that.
Lossy, yeah. That's an interesting way to think about this whole exercise. What we're trying to do is compress these down. We're not worried about the storage size, we're worried about the number of tokens a human or an LLM has to read to kind of get through the whole thing. Our theory is that much of the details of the tool calls can drop out without an issue.
So I think we're trying to do compression while preserving all of the intent.
All tool calls that aren't communication with the human should probably just get compressed to the fact that the tool call happened and not containing the details.
Read the Let's see if it figures that out. Oh, you're pretty bullish that we're going to get something good out of this, huh?
I'm the eternal optimist.
It's calling it Spec Intent Distiller.
Distiller. It makes me think of Ben Stiller. We'll call it the Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Produce a minimum token representation of the intent expressed in the session. I don't hate it.
It seemed extreme for a second. Minimum token representation.
Yeah, that part. Better. That it decided to bold. Okay. All right. It gave us this handy table. That's helpful for us to read about. And these markdowns come from multiple different tools. We probably only gave
all mine were Claude Code
examples. That's okay, right? We're prototyping. We're going to end up with deterministic code here, not fuzzy LLM code. Yes. So saying what to keep, log and setup commands is definitely not sufficient.
What I expect we'll see is that too few things are filtered out, and we'll end up with a first pass output that still contains what we would consider noise.
Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, right?
Most of the time, none of us read the thinking blocks. And so, I guess talking it aloud, it does make sense to drop those. They don't contain human intent.
Maybe ask it to read the transcript about how we reacted to the spec up to this point. Oh, and it gave us this rule of thumb. If it represents a decision, direction, or constraint, human expressed, or the agent confirmed back, keep it. If it represents the agent getting its bearings, drop the content, keep the label. Yep, so that's good. But then it's got this optional minus ratio flag, which the agents are always inventing new features. More is more.
Always more. I mean, they have to keep themselves employed.
I'm going to use my agent for the first time in our spec.
Maybe we'll do a first pass at the implementation. And I'm thinking about pulling it to the CLI, like jumping out of Stoa, taking advantage of the local first feature, and then running a full Claude Code Opus, especially with 4.8 now out. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, off the Stoa agent spec, Because and use some adversarial agents. We'll let the Stoa agent critique the work of the local agent. What do the humans do while the agent's busy working?
Yeah, well, what's the race this weekend?
We are nowhere this weekend. Got Monaco next week. The jewel in the crown of F1.
Have you been paid?
As they say.
Have you been paid by Apple TV and Netflix?
No, but I have to disclose I'm an Apple and F1 shareholder, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I forgot to turn off my talk aloud agent, so I've been feeding all my F1 promotion into the to the agent box. Which model are you using? Is this Opus 4.8 or?
Opus 4.8 is here, now defaults to high effort.
Oh, let's do this. I'm going to have Codex do a competing implementation. Okay. So Codex, which is GPT 5.5 extra high, fast. Wow, we are just spending the money. You've got a big head start, so I'll be very disappointed.
You mean in terms of time, but I'm more curious who wins in terms of matching our intent.
Codex noticed our SpecStory histories are all Claude Code. Cried a little.
Compress 3.8 to 7.5x below the 10x target.
We didn't give it a 10x target.
We did not give it a 10x target.
Let's see if it gave us any help or anything. We never told it we needed help. Doesn't, it just hangs.
Well, my agent's not done yet. Oh, there's so many that are just agent tool calls. Every tool call gets the agent header, though.
Is that from you?
That must be from my agent.
Your agent's probably cleaning things up.
There's a stray out.md from the earlier standard out test. Let me check and clean up stray artifacts. Thank you, Claude.
Stop! You're doing too much. Codex gave us tests and a package and a README. I went to town.
And it was faster. There's a pre-existing Codex directory breaking .. Let me scope to my package and check what Codex is. Oh, and now it's trying to compete.
Oh, got shamed. Yeah. So why don't we get an agent to compare the two and let us know why we're getting that big difference?
Are you dictating to the agent? No, you were talking to me.
The original was 1.6 meg, pretty substantial 2x, 5x kind of reduction there, which is great. I mean, it's just that much less to try to wade through and read.
And a quick smoke test, reading through them, we actually do seem to be preserving intent, right? And now I think the devil's in the details.
Yep. And then if you switch to my agent, we've got some analysis about the differences we have in these two competing prototypes. The big one / compact context continuation blocks. Okay.
Oh.
So the session got long enough that there was some compaction, and they treated those differently. We didn't tell it one way or the other, but happy accident. The Codex assumption that we would not want those compacts is almost certainly correct. Strictly noise in a full session, right?
Because it's redundant with what's above it.
Yeah, definitely some good results to look at and a couple of good prototype implementations to compare. Certainly just trying to use it in our own PR summarization tooling might be a helpful first place for it to land.
Yeah, I think this exercise was a win. It's great.
Fun building with you, Jake. See you.
See ya.